Sweeney Boo, thank you so much for meeting with me today. This is awesome. I've been following your work for a while, going back. I actually caught you caught my attention with your Captain Marvel take. So it's been a few years now that I've been following your work, and your style has grown a lot. Going all the way back to I read Eat and Love Yourself as well, and it has developed a lot. How do you see your style develop over the years?
I mean, like definitely, like you said, you know, love yourself was like my very, very first. Like, I still had a day job. That was like what I was doing on the weekend. And since Captain Marvel, I feel like my work used to be like more angular and like sharp edges and stuff like that. And maybe like it got a bit softer. And I was lucky enough to, get, I guess, like recurring work that my style evolved on its own. Like, well, I wasn't really thinking about it,
Yeah.
but I can definitely like see it, and maybe I got also more comfortable with like coloring and just like playing with colors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have been both a writer and artist. Different projects. You are jumping from full creative control, like your own books, and then jumping into books where you're just like working on cover art. How comfortable are you jumping back and forth, and what do you feel the most comfortable with?
I actually love being able to do both because like I get so much into my own head when it's my own projects that it's almost like it's a breather to be able to just like jump on an already existing character. I get to just have fun. The story's already there, and I can just like put my own spin on something. So it's like it's a good balance, I find. Yeah.
You have a new series of Usagi Yojimbo is coming out in November. I'm really excited about that. Usagi Yojimbo has been a big character of mine, a favorite character of mine. So I'm really excited for that. Is there anything you can say about this series? Without obviously spoiling anything.
Well, it's basically they're re-releasing like Space Usagi, which was like a three-issue story, except that it's gonna be in color. I got lucky to be able to do like covers for the three issues, and I'm pretty sure they're working on like some other stuff. So yeah, there's some good stuff coming.
I specifically love your book, Eat and Love Yourself, because it touches on a topic that I think a lot of comics don't really go into the direction of, which is, and most comics like focus on like escapism, being happy and and really taking you out of this world. But I think comics need to stay within that direction of teaching you a life lesson, and the book definitely does. And now you have a podcast as well, Spill Your Guts. So is this a direction that you've always wanted to go into, talking about personal issues and life issues?
Yeah, so mental health is like really important for me, especially to like talk about and share. You know, Love Yourself was based on my own struggles with an eating disorder and my lack of finding just myself and what I was reading at the time. And my friend Sue, who's my co-host on the podcast, like we all the time we have like very deep conversations, and we feel like it's very important, especially in the comic industry, which not anymore, but used to be very male sent exactly. So it was definitely, everybody was probably struggling and not really talking about things. So being able to just put it a bit out there, because like we're all in our own office and just in our own heads and stuff like that, and everyone's going through something. So it's good to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. It's the topics that you guys discuss as being independent artists and getting your foot in the door, and also the mental health issues. I think a lot of people that are in wanting to get into the industry and unsure of the every industry has negative sides to it. So I'm happy that you guys give that perspective on it. And where do you see the podcast going, and how do you see it evolving over time?
Well, we hit a bit of a hiatus, even though it wasn't planned, just because of the amount of work that we have. But it's still something that we want to keep like doing. I feel like right now we're just every time that Sue and I just text, we're like, "Oh, we talk about this right now. It would be cool if we would be talking about it on the episode." Or like sometimes we meet other artists, or like they're like, "Oh, I would love to come on and talk about what I'm dealing with," and we're like, "Yeah, that would be great." So it's definitely more of a a feeling of like what's happening right now, maybe in the industry with like all the SAG-AFTRA and the AI and so there's always like current topics that we can talk about, but also like more personal struggles if someone wants to come on and just share with us.
That's an interesting topic, AI, and I haven't really heard anything about AI in the comic industry. Is that something that is of like worry?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a worry. It's been a worry since like I would say already last year, but maybe not necessarily in the comic industry right now, but I know that like in illustration and concept art and at least for like cover art and stuff like that, it's already becoming a problem because there's some big publishing and like companies and stuff like that that already go for AI, or some people that get hired and actually deliver AI and not a real artwork. So I feel like it's just very important that regulations be created for this thing because like it's starting to just hit a lot of industries and really hard.
Well, most comic artists are freelance for the most part, so they wouldn't necessarily be covered in any way when they're just working from project to project. So right, so that definitely is something of that needs to be, talked about, and similar to like the SAG strike, it needs to be approached properly. Yeah. More on a positive topic, let's talk about a little bit about your books here. You got a nice variety of books. What are some projects that are coming out that you can talk about? You have any issues or covers that are coming out that you can mention?
I don't have anything that I can actually go in detail about, but I know all I can say there's something that I'm writing that is going to be announced really soon. That I'm really excited about. It's about a famous character.
Solo writing or writing and artwork?
Solo writing, and actually there's an amazing artist who's attached to the project. So it's the first time that I'm writing for someone else. So it's going to be very interesting.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Awesome. Sweeney Boo, thank you so much for talking with me. And yeah, this has been awesome. Thank you.